Hi everyone, it's Kim Bachny, the fitness doula, and in this video I'm going to review how to do the psoas release with the bolster, but we're going to be mindful of how we get into and out of the position with regards to people who are dealing with diastasis or pelvic floor dysfunction and are not yet able to manage the pressures of going into and out of the bolster position, which is typically leaning back like this. So we usually avoid that position while we're restoring the core and working on getting that core automated again to manage pressures. So if you are dealing with some element of core dysfunction but you want to incorporate the psoas release into your work, this is how you're going to get into and out of the position. So I have my bolster here positioned. I also have a block for my head. This actually puts my head in a little bit higher position than I would like, but it's the smallest thing that I had available with me today. A rolled up towel would also work. A really small cushion would also be suitable. But I want to have it set up for me to be able to move into the position. So the bottom of your bolster, or you could also use a big couch cushion, will be placed above my bra strap and in between my shoulder blades. So I'm going to lower myself down and find the edge of that bolster and make sure that, yes, it's above my bra strap. And then I'm going to lower myself down. So kind of like how we recommend that you get into backline positions by going down to your side first and then rolling over. And then I have this positioned under my head. And then you're going to straighten your legs out. Now I have a little ponytail here that's getting in the way, so I'm just going to lower it down. And that's how you get into the position. And essentially with the psoas release, we're looking to get the space, ideally have no space in between the back of our ribs and the floor. So I have about, I can get up to my first knuckles there. So I have a little bit of releasing to do. In people who have a really, really tight psoas, they may find that they get into this position and they look like this. So there's a big space here and their ribs are thrusting up into the floor. In an ideal world, we have the capacity to allow those ribs to drop down to the floor. And this is an allowing exercise rather than a doing exercise. So once you're here, it's not about putting your ribs on the floor. And when I try to put them, if you watch my pelvis, a lot of times trying to put my ribs down, I start to tilt in my pelvis, which is another sign that my psoas needs to release. So once you're here, it's really just about softening and allowing and releasing. So I will typically spend about 5 minutes, sometimes even a little bit more, in this position. Ideally when you are not going to be bothered, when you're not going to be distracted by anything. And over time, you want to just kind of keep checking in, or just check in once at the beginning and then at the end of your 5 minutes, see if that space has reduced, is less than it was before. So you just hang out, close your eyes, and stop talking to videos, and you just hang out and relax and release. So time lapse, pretend I've gone through 5 minutes. I check in again, I notice that it's down a little bit more, so I've had an opportunity for that psoas muscle to release. And now I want to get out of this position. So I'm just going to shift over to the side, keeping my head down. Once I have my hand firmly planted on the ground, then I'm going to press myself back up. So that is the psoas release, getting into and out of it. When you're working on healing a diastasis or pelvic floor dysfunction and need to take out the pressure generating type of movements. So just a safer way for you to get in and out of the psoas release. Thanks for watching.